Alright, so bit of a different start for today, starting directly in the game with a little bit of warm up, but I think the main topic for today is going to be how we can revive this server because technically it's not dead, but at its peak it was being used by 90,000 players daily, probably even more. I'll have to look up at the stats, but it was probably the best time to be playing Bedwars. And I've seen a certain trend that's been quite popular recently with how games are having their player bases fluctuate. And it's been that big streamers, example Jynxzi, are just popping up and playing the games because they are exploring new content, becoming super successful with it, and so they figure, well, why not just play new games? Expand my audience. Wow, I just did nothing there. Anyways, my theory is that what if someone big like Jynxzi could potentially revive Minecraft Bed Wars? Because the truth is the player count has been decently steady, but it's very low compared to what it used to be. And the prime of this game was probably around 4 years ago at this point. Yeah, 4 years, because it's going to be 2026. So it's been quite a long time since we've had a huge amount of success. And I think the player base is anxious to see some newer players, because to be honest, the amount of the amount of sweats in the game is becoming kind of hard to handle, even for me. Like it took me a very long time to actually learn how to play this game because I kept getting destroyed by people with 200-300 stars, and I think it would have been a little less frustrating if I had played against some players that weren't so advanced already within Bed Wars. And if I did have that chance, I think it would be quite nice if other players could, and if they could have like a sort of, an opportunity to help themselves get better at a game while it's new, while so many people aren't just, you know, sitting there and grinding their eyes out so that they could just so that they could be number one in the world, because there's an oversaturation of sweaty people now. There's a huge oversaturation of it, and that's a big problem because again, it's not inviting to newer players. Nobody wants to play a game that is constantly going to make them feel like they're horrible at it. That's pretty much the basic of it. And if we got new players into the game, well then we could have so many people starting at the same time. So everyone would be horrible. It's kind of like the peak Fortnite. Everyone was bad at the game. And then as soon as people started to learn how to build like crazy, it just became stale and boring. So it's got to be the same thing. You got to have a newer player base so that they can grow together. Everyone can kind of be equal. Because right now, sometimes I'll tell you, I'll fight people 300 stars higher than me, and they're just, they have 450,000 FPS on some crazy PC that they spent like $2,000 just to maintain throughout the year. It's kind of disheartening, but I still play because I'm, stubborn. But life happens, and that's what those people are gonna do. I'd do the same thing if I weren't. If I was going to be good at a game, I would want better equipment as well. So, which is why I purchased my computer like around 3 years ago, which is the one I'm using now, and it's been nice. I still get steamrolled sometimes. I'm not a really good Bed Wars player, but I just enjoy the game, and you know, oh, I kind of want to see it grow. As much as I dislike sometimes how Simon or Hypixel, manages the server, I want to see the game grow. Oh, I'm getting rolled. I'm getting rolled. I'm getting rolled. Yeah, see, I got to work on that. But that's okay with me. I don't mind getting destroyed sometimes because it poses a challenge. That's the whole point of a game sometimes, that it has to be a challenge. And if you don't have that challenge, then there's kind of no point to playing the game. But then again, you're going to have your super sweaty players that make it very difficult for newer ones to progress without ripping their brains out. Kind of a disappointing topic to be on, but it's a reality. I think the good news about Bedwars is that you're still able to queue up games. You're still able to queue up games whenever you want, and it's going to work. It's not like I played on an old server called Nether Games, where it quite literally took 5 minutes to queue a Bed Wars game because it was so dead. I still liked that server. I had like 2,600 wins on it. I was so dedicated to it, but that was Bedrock Edition. I got on Java and I had a huge shock at how different it was. And the truth is, that's okay. That's really okay. And I think people need something different. And I think Java Edition Minecraft is going to be perfect for that. And the more that we look to build it and look to experience it, the better it's going to be for us. I'm having a frames drop right when I need to fight some guy. Ah! Okay, he's on 0! How is that possible? Okay, it's fine. Yeah. You kind of saw there that frustrating moment that I talk about, but it would still be hugely beneficial if we could get a huge streamer on this server again. Because back in 2021, 2022, we had people like Purpled, Hannah Rose, Boomer NA, Wally Bear. I could go on for years. Like, there's so many people just trying out Bedwars. Even freaking Sapnap and Dream and all those people, that they were on it. And now it's just... and nobody is wanting to be involved with it anymore because it's gotten stale and old. But I'm willing to bet that if there was a new player base, and if we had that domino effect of a brand new streamer, we could get so many bigger streamers to hop on because they're realizing, oh my god, there's money to be made in streaming content on this server. And then it would be so beneficial to everyone. Because it would bring new players, life would be easier. Same things. Do you just... No. That's wrong. Hey, look where you're going, idiot. Please die. Oh, he did not die. No, don't do that. Please don't have shears. Oh, I have a trap. Okay, I'm good. How did this guy get the other guy's bed? And that's a nick, by the way. That's the other thing. people just randomly nicking. Like, nobody knows who you are. Why do you need to nick? You don't... It's just such an unnecessary precaution. It's like, oh my god, people are going to recognize me. It's like, bro, nobody knows who you are. You spent $13 for MVP Plus. And now you're just like, oh god, I'm going to get targeted. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I could go buy a punch bow. And I could get more targeted than you will. It's pretty stupid if you ask me. But whatever. It's what people pay for, so they're getting what their money's worth. Where is this? Okay, there he is. I have to, like, combo this guy off a bridge, or else I'm not going to have a chance. He seems to be good at, you know, block hitting, jump resetting. I got to keep up with him on that measure. Except he's just running back to his base. Oh, he's going to fight me. Okay. What? Okay, well, that's okay. I beat the really good guy, so that's all I really care about at this point. Plan for winning this game. Pearl Pots, Prot 3? Yes, Prot 3. Iron Sword, this, that, boom, boom, boom. Last I remember, Pink Guy was not very good at PvP, so I think I should have this one in the bag. Yeah. It was a pretty short topic, honestly. The main idea, get a big streamer on the server. Make sure that new players are introduced so that we can, you know, lower the saturation rate of all these crazy professional players who just grind this game daily. And then we can have a more fun game. It's going to be better. I can promise you it will. And if we have that mindset, if Simon Hypixel is going to integrate more content-friendly ideas, this server is going to be amazing. It's going to be 200,000 players every 2 weeks, I promise. It's going to be the best thing you've ever seen in your life. But that actually has to happen. There actually has to be content-friendly additions being added. We can't just have new maps. It's not going to work. New maps aren't going to solve the problem of, well, there's too many sweats. How do you get less sweats? Well, you don't kick out people from your server. You invite new ones to your server. That's how this works. And if you don't want to change that, then your game's going to stay the same. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. Do you have a bow? Please die. Alright, good game. Anyways, short rant. I'm glad I could get that off my chest because it's been hurting for a while. But it's pretty much the same principle. It's going to be pretty nice once we get newer players onto the server. Thank you everyone for watching, and I appreciate all the viewership.